Raiders and the Colts. Colts head coach Chuck Pagano begins his second year with a clean bill of health. Chuck Strong, everybody. Terrell Pryor making his second career start, opening Raiders possession. 0-0, 10th play of the drive. Terrell Pryor looking for Rod Streeter. Picked off in the end zone by Greg Toller, brings the ball out to the Colts 22. Colts ball at their own 11 after a low block called on Vontae Davis. So to summarize, interception, return, Colts have it at the 11. So here go the Colts trying to capitalize. 2nd and 3 from the Raiders 12, 10th play of the drive. Andrew Luck looking for Reggie Wayne. Got it, just like last year. 12-yard touchdown. Colts lead 7-0. Luck 5 out of 5 for 63 yards on the drive. Second quarter, Indianapolis ball, same score. 2nd and 6 from the Raiders 20. Luck going to go tight end. Dwayne Allen, Kobe Fleener. Dwayne Allen, Kobe Fleener. Dwayne Allen, 20 yards. The athletic grab gets into the end zone. Colts lead at 14-0. This one looks like a rout, but oh, hang on a second. Third quarter, Colts second possession, 4th and 1 from the Raiders 43. They go for it. Andrew Luck looking to complete the pass. Instead, he gets sacked by Jason Hunter. Got to throw that ball away. Got to throw that ball away. Raiders love it. They're getting back in this thing. Fourth quarter, down 14-10. 8th play of the drive for the Raiders. Terrell Pryor, this is what he does, buys time with his legs. Faster than you think, runs like Dion. Finds Rod Streeter, 17 yards later. 1st and goal from the 2. Looks like just the way he runs so effortlessly like Dion used to. 3 plays later, 3rd and goal. Pryor, Denarius Moore for the touchdown. Raiders have the 17-14 lead on the road. Colts try to answer 3rd and 8 from their 22. T.Y. Hilton, Colts expect big things from him this season. 12-yard gain, 1st and 10 from the 34. 3 plays later, 3rd and 2. Luck looking for Reggie Wayne, got it. 1st and 10 from the Raiders 49. 5 plays later, Luck flushed out of the pocket, and there he goes. Remember, he can run too. 19 yards for the touchdown. Colts lead 21-17. Charles Woodson, I can't believe what I just saw. Luck finished the day, 178 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, and 1 rushing. Raiders get the ball, 3rd and 1. Pryor, Jerron Mastert, who was not covered by anybody on that play, all the way down to the Colts' 30-yard line. 4 plays later, 4th and 9. 7th play of the drive, Pryor finds Denarius Moore for a 21-yard pickup. 1st and goal from the Colts' 8. Is Terrell Pryor going to do this? 3rd and goal from the Colts' 24 after some penalties. Pryor's pass intercepted by Antoine Bethea. Colts ball at the 8. Dennis Allen dejected Pryor admirably with 217 yards, a touchdown, but 2 picks. Colts win it 21-17. Dolphins and the Colts. Andrew Luck went for a career-high 433 the last time these teams met. Ryan Tannehill drafted 8th overall in 2012. Both quarterbacks would have big days, as would this guy, Mike Wallace. Unhappy after week 1, said, hey, give me the football. Squeaky wheel gets the grease. Dolphins opening drive, 2nd and 4. Tannehill hits Wallace for 15 yards. These two just getting started. Next play, 1st and 10, the Colts 18. Tannehill finds Wallace again. He takes it all the way for a touchdown, 18 yards. 46 yards on the drive for Wallace. That was triple his production from week 1. He finished with 9 balls for a $115 and a touchdown. How about Andrew Luck? Colts owner Jim Irsay tweeted this week Dolphins would bring pressure and the Colts would need NASA-like heat shield protection of Andrew Luck. Well, heat shield worked okay sometimes. 3rd Colts drive, trailing 14-3. Andrew Luck hits Kobe Fleener down the left side for 40 yards. Heat shield is working fine. 6 plays later, 3rd and 7 at the 16. Andrew Luck scrambles up the middle for 9 yards, keeping the drive alive all the way to the Dolphins 7. He's mobile, Andrew Luck. 2 plays later, 2nd and goal. Luck, he's already hooked up with Fleener once. Finds Fleener again for the 3-yard touchdown. Colts trail 14-10. Second quarter now, 2:10 before halftime. 3 possessions later for the Colts. They still trail 14-10. 1st and 10, their own 40. Andrew Luck, T.Y. Hilton down the sideline. Leaping over the DB for 47 yards. That would lead to an Ahmad Bradshaw 1-yard touchdown run. Colts take a 17-14 lead. Brent Grimes, well, it's like Lynn Swann in the Super Bowl, that play. 3rd quarter, Colts ball, score tied at 17. 3rd and 4th, the Dolphins 15. Andrew Luck Coby Fleener, 15 yards. It's a touchdown. But wait a minute. Flag on the play. Reggie Wayne in motion during the snap. Called for illegal motion on the play. The TD is nullified. Colts would settle for a 38-yard Adam Vinatieri field goal. They lead 20-17. Dolphins get the ball back a couple possessions later. Ryan Tannehill, hey look, it's Mike Wallace. Better pass gets into the end zone, but Wallace down at the 1. That would lead to a Charles Clay touchdown. His first career rush goes for a score. Dolphins take a 24-20 lead. Fourth quarter now, 8.5 left to go. Colts have first and 10 at the Dolphins 34. Andrew Luck looking for Reggie Wayne. This time, Brent Grimes wins the battle, picks it off. Luck can't believe it. His first interception in his last 165 pass attempts. Colts will get another chance. They get the ball back. 3:57 left. First and 10, their own 14. Luck escapes the pressure. Looks to be a sure sack. Instead, it's a 14-yard pickup for Luck, keeping the drive alive. 5 plays later, minute and a half left to go. 3rd and 6 at the Dolphins 41. Andrew Luck needs a big play. Finds Reggie Wayne for 18 yards to the Dolphins 23, but the Dolphins would stiffen. 4 plays later, 4th and 10 at the Dolphins 24. Andrew Luck sacked by Phillip Wheeler. Dolphins bring the heat. They break the heat shield. I don't think Jim Irsay should work for NASA anytime soon. Dolphins win it 24-20.
Number 99 did play Sunday afternoon for Jim Harbaugh, who faced his old college quarterback at Stanford. Andrew Luck went 20-5 as the starting quarterback under Harbaugh. Vernon Davis a scratch with a hamstring, and Jerry Rice was suiting up. Apparently, you can still got it. You still got it, too.
He still can run. I'm telling you, Jerry thinks he can put on a uniform right now and go.
As for Aldon Smith, 5 tackles, no sacks on the day. Hey, Trent Richardson traded midweek from the Cleveland Browns to the Indianapolis Colts. First carry, Marshall?
Oh, yeah, touchdown. This is just a great addition, and I'm going to tell you, the Colts ran the ball well with he and Ahmad Bradshaw, and that brought that extra defender in the box, and they were able to exploit some things on the back end.
Richardson, 13 carries, 35 yards in that score. Colin Kaepernick, second straight shaky game, trying to keep the play going.
Where's Alex Smith?
They're trying to keep that thing going because no one's open.
They punted 7 times on this day, did the Niners. Third quarter.
Seen it before. We game planned you. We scouted you, baby. We got this.
7 carries, 20 yards. Not the dynamic rusher that we saw last year as number 7. Colts next possession on 3rd and 9 from their own 9. Andrew Luck, not great stats, but hits the old man, Reggie Wayne, Michael.
Man, look at Reggie Wayne, man. Still making plays, doing his thing.
What was wrong with Carlos Rogers right there?
This is when you think somebody else is going to make the tackle, and you assume it, and no one makes the tackle.
Patrick Willis left the game, injured groin, did not return. Fourth quarter, Kaepernick sacked 3 times on this day. Down just 6 at that point, so they're still in this. Led to a punt. Colts ensuing possession. Luck on 3rd and 4. Incomplete to Darius Hayward-Bay. However, penalty. Defensive holding on the Niners. Coach Harbaugh can't believe it. The Niners fans.
Whenever you see the defensive back look around, he did something.
Now you're talking about Ahmad Bradshaw. Here he is, Marshall.
Yeah, and they ran the ball. Listen, we were talking about the Colts offensive line. Okay, they play soft. They're not like this. When you put different kind of runners, Ahmad Bradshaw is healthy now. Took a lot of the preseason off, was on the pup list, and now they were physical today against the San Francisco 49ers. Who seemed like they hadn't recovered from Seattle's beatdown.
He had 95 yards on the day. Luck took it in from there, and the Colts running away with it up 20-7. Then Colin Kaepernick dropped by Jarrell Freeman. Colts end up recovering. Kaepernick completed less than half his passes, 13-27 for $150 and an INT plus that fumble.
Wow.
So the Colts are going to give it to Luck, to Richardson, to Ahmad Bradshaw. I will take it in from there. They win it by 20. Huge road win.
Jaguars and the Colts. Andrew Luck moving not in the right direction against Blaine Gabbert. Couple of recent first-round selections. Second quarter, 3rd down and 4. Blaine Gabbert would like to have this one end up in the hands of Cecil Shorts, Jamie. It gets tipped, and eventually that is Darius Butler, and there he goes. Man. Colts on top 10-3. That's Butler's 8th career interception.
And that was it. Pretty much. I smell a mommy make it stop coming before this all is over.
There goes Donald Brown. There he's touched but not tackled. Wasn't touched through that front seven, Jamie. And there he goes, 50 yards down to the Jaguars' 17. 3 plays later, you know they have Trent Richardson now, right?
Yeah, they do.
Pretty good guy in the goal line.
Little battering ram.
1 yard out, across the stripe.
He knows that end zone, that's for sure. He's got that nose for it.
Halftime, Colts on top 20-3. Into the third quarter. First down and 10, second play of this drive. And as we were watching this, I think I said out loud, there's nobody else in the picture.
Right.
Coby Fleener's the only guy there.
Wow. Oh, man.
Untouched.
Unbelievable.
Into the end zone, Colts leading 27-3. That's the second touchdown of the season for Coby Fleener. You want some more?
Yes, please.
Okay, we haven't seen Reggie Wayne yet.
Oh.
There he is.
And I need to see him. He's on my fantasy team. I need to see him a lot.
That was the 6th play of that drive, goes for 23. 6 plays later. Luck to Wayne.
Wow.
He's pretty open as well.
Needed that. But it was a great move, by the way, on that particular route. And, boy, he faked out, came back in. Andrew Luck needed this performance.
As expected, easy victory for the Colts. Would they win 27-7 last week? And here they are, 37-3 at Jacksonville.
How about
Colts
that
now
defense?
3-1.
And that defense playing well.
Sneaky good.
Yes.
Seahawks trying to improve to 5-0 for the first time ever. Russell Wilson, 75th pick of last year's draft. Andrew Luck, first pick of last year's draft. Colts down 10-zip. Pat McAfee punting, swatted away by Jermaine Kearse. Jerron Johnson recovers it. However, the ref said not in time, so it's a safety instead of a touchdown. They went back and reviewed it, and they said...
He covered that, man.
What?
That was good.
Did not have possession? What?
They said it's safety, not conclusive evidence. Okay. Colts get back into it, down 12-zip. Andrew Luck to T.Y. Hilton.
That is wide open. Where's my safety?
Where's my corner?
73 yards on that one, and I think the Legion of Boom is probably talking about the same thing you guys are talking about. Second quarter, Stephen Hauschka on to try and add to the lead. However, look at Lawrence Guy, the family guy with the swat. We're going the other direction.
Go get him, House.
He's
Go
going.
get him, House.
Delano
He is going.
Powell.
That kid can run.
But watch Hauschka. Watch out. Whoa, get cleaned up on the sideline.
Hop right back up, dog.
Chuck Pagano's loving life. Pete Carroll, your thoughts? Exactly. However, Seattle get back into this thing. Russell Wilson to Jermaine Kearse. He's done that a couple times this year.
That's a great throw and catch.
Good defense, just better offense, huh?
Yeah, you got that right.
19-14 Seattle lead. Third quarter, Colts now down 8. Luck looking again for his second-year man, T.Y. Hilton.
And you wondered how this kid would do against these big corners of Seattle, but I think his quickness, it showed up all day long, and he made big play after big play.
2-point conversion, no good. On to the fourth. Colts down 5. Luck on 3rd and 8. Look at him stay strong, deliver the strike, and how about the adjustment by Hilton? A great catch to move the chains on Richard Sherman, no less. 5 plays later, who do you turn to? Not Trent Richardson, but Donald Brown.
Donald Brown gets in the end zone. Where has he been?
Well, in the end zone, apparently. They convert on the 2-point conversion. Next Seahawks drive, under 8 to go. Wilson trying to escape on 3rd and 2, but look at the read by Jarrell Freeman and the speed, too, to close.
Great play by the linebacker.
Forcing a punt. So now big play for the Colts. 3rd and 5. Where's Donald Brown? No, it's Trent Richardson.
Trent Richardson, this is what he has been brought in to do. Finish the game, 4 minutes.
Statistically, not great. 18 carries, 56 yards, but did lead to a Vinatieri field goal. So down 6, under 2 to go. 4th and 15, Wilson pressured. Look at the hit he takes and then picked off by Darius Butler.
DB.
Colts with a couple of huge wins so far early in the season. They improved to 4-1 overall on hand. Pete Carroll and his group, their first loss of the season.
Indianapolis Colts at Qualcomm Stadium. The Pagano brothers.
John was giving him the cold shoulder. John's like, hey, listen, I'm here to whoop your butt, Chuck.
He was getting serious. Andrew Luck looking serious, too. This was a serious play to start the game. Flea flicker, right?
Flicker. That might have been their biggest play of the night right there.
35-yard gain. I think you're right. They had to settle for an Adam Vinatieri field goal. You know who played great for the San Diego Chargers? The rookie receiver out of Cal. Keenan Allen just getting it done. Phillip Rivers loves this kid, doesn't he, Dan?
You know, he's a big body. You can work him on slants underneath. A big target for Phillip Rivers. Also an excellent guy when you get down in the red zone, Dan.
Well, after he picked up 7 yards there, Phillip Rivers looking for him in the end zone. Perfect ball placement. 22-yard touchdown, and the Chargers take a 7-3 lead.
Delana Howell, thank you for this one, buddy. Safety out of position. Phillip Rivers, thing of beauty. Keenan Allen, great catch, but that's a defensive blunder right there.
Squatting's a good thing in the weight room. It's not a good thing in the secondary.
Definitely not.
Andrew Luck did not get much help from his receivers tonight. I can't tell you how many drops we saw. This might have been the worst by Darius Hayward-Bay.
And that's the chunk plays that they were missing tonight. A big opportunity down the field, put you in scoring area. Hayward-Bay couldn't finish.
Nope, could not.
And now Luck looking for a guy he knows pretty well, Kobe Fleener. He can't hang on either.
First and 10. This would have been a big play for them. This is what they were missing all night long.
Yeah, so they had to settle for a field goal going into halftime. Then Andrew Luck looking for Reggie Wayne, normally sure-handed. That pass falls incomplete. As we fast forward to the fourth quarter, Andrew Luck says, all right, guys, time to get something going here. Phillip Rivers does just that to Ladarius Green for a 25-yard pickup.
And that's one of the faster tight ends in the league, guys.
Yes.
He's a nice compliment to Antonio Gates.
And I guarantee that ball was out of Phillip Rivers' hand in less than 2 seconds.
How about Ryan Matthews with a 100-yard game this evening?
He had a good night, but there's still so many frustrating elements about this kid's game to me. None greater than running out of bounds.
Give him some credit. He played good tonight.
He played okay.
How about credit to Reggie Wayne, becomes the 9th player in NFL history with 1,000 career catches, the 3rd fastest to get there. Pretty good company for Reggie Wayne.
That was a pretty good catch, too.
2 plays later, 2nd and 10 for the Chargers.
Just always when they started to get something going, It was a negative play. It was a drop here. It's a very costly sack.
Yeah, Kendall Reyes getting Andrew Luck there. So the Chargers on the ensuing possession. Phillip Rivers in sacked by Kelvin Shepard for a loss of 9.
That was one of the few times they got to him, though. The Chargers' offensive line held up pretty well tonight.
Really did.
Here's Luck again, looking for Kobe Fleener.
Yes.
Just a little short.
I know it's 3:40 left in the game, Chuck, and you got 3 timeouts, but go for it with Andrew Luck.
Instead, they decide to punt, so the Chargers get the ball, and Ryan Matthews runs out of bounds.
This is what I was just talking about, but it's not just stuff like this. He takes hits he doesn't need to. He doesn't finish runs at times. It's just frustrating to watch.
So 2 plays later, it's 3rd and 2. Rivers finds Antonio Gates. Looks like he's right on the line. The Chargers are going to challenge the spot because they ruled it just short of a first down. Take another look. What do you guys think here?
Well, you got to give Howell credit. We bang on him for giving up the touchdown against Allen. Makes a big-time tackle there to at least force a field goal.
Yeah, that ball did not cross the line to make. Good call by the officials.
Well, they go for the field goal, and it works out. Look at Phillip Rivers.
Look at the pipes on Phillip Rivers. Look at the biceps.
That's the Junior Seau fist pump right there, too. That was an ode to the former Charger. I like it.
Well, time dwindling for the Colts. Andrew Luck now picked off in the old tip drill by Derek Cox, and that's the ball game. 19-9 is the final. Andrew Luck and the Colts lose for the first time in 4 games. They fall to 4-2. The Chargers now 3-3.
Peyton Manning, 4 MVPs, a Super Bowl as well. Out on the field, and listen up. Pretty cool moment right there. Full 90 seconds
let's play
of
ball.
a cool video. And, yep, once we play ball, second possession, that's Eric Decker, 39 yards on that game. One of the prettier passes maybe through that night.
Early in the game.
Next play, Manning, Decker, 17 yards and a touch, and everybody in Indy's like, uh-oh, here come that bad man.
That man.
7-zip, Denver.
Watch that little duck come across the screen.
Don't worry, he'll be getting there. Later on in the first, it's 7-3 Denver. Trenton Holiday, who's been great as a return man.
Why are we showing this, Dion?
It is a big left boo-boo. First of all, when you return the punt to your left, you do not have the ball in your right hand, young return man.
Well, that's Sergio Brown with the strip and the return. Originally ruled play was out of bounds and down, so no, they review every turnover. They do correct themselves. So Indy gets the ball, not the touchdown, here at the 11. Next play, watch Darius Hayward-Bay literally running circles around Champ Bailey on this.
Listen, you want to design a play. That play was designed so perfectly. They knew once they got to the tackle box that that Champ would sprint across to go get leverage.
He's aggressive.
So the ensuing kickoff, here comes Holiday trying to make things right. But how about the punter, Pat McAfee?
Brought that thing. All kickers like,
Take that. Now, is he going to get fined for for helmet to helmet?
Oh, no. He gonna get
No,
converted.
that was a runner. That was
He
a
may
runner.
get a bonus.
With
He
the
might get a bonus.
running backs, you can do anything to a running back.
All right, on to the second quarter. Robert Mathis. Watch him peel off his 39th career sack and strip. Eric Walden does recover, but not before his shoulder goes out of bounds. So the referees get together, they rule it a safety, and replay confirmed it as well. So it's not a touchdown for the Colts since he was sliding out of bounds, but a great play by Mathis. Next Colts possession after the free kick, Luck. Something he does so well here on 3rd and 11. Scrambling. Look at the second effort.
So underrated, his ability to move in the pocket. And then when he gets out of the pocket, how he can extend the play. He actually runs the ball pretty good.
And then how about the pass to Stanley Habili, LT?
You got to like the pass right on the money. He didn't have to do anything but turn up the field and run to the end zone.
20 yards on the touch and a 19-14 lead. Bad news for Champ Bailey, the future Hall of Famer who missed the first 5 games this year because of a foot injury. Here in the second quarter, gets caught up a little bit in the wash, and he was done for the night.
Praying for you, man. That's one of the best corners to ever play the game. Ever.
I'm talking cover and tackle.
That's right.
You don't get paid to tackle as a corner.
All right, so we're moving on
Got
here
me hit
toward
real,
the end of the
59
first
minutes
half. Luck to his former college teammate, Kobe Fleener. I don't know how long we say that, but he's up and over the defenders and gets it inside the red zone after a gain of 21. Then 3 plays later, under 30 seconds to go in the first half, all Peyton can do is watch with his helmet on from the sidelines. On 3rd and 1, it's Fleener getting his 3rd touchdown of the year, and the Colts are up 12 at the half.
Pep Hamilton did a great job at exploiting the flat routes in the Broncos defense. They just go uncovered. They drop guys all the time.
3rd quarter, Luck. I'll just take it myself, thank you, for his 8th career rushing touchdown.
That's just a dynamic that, and I'm not no knock on Peyton. He never brought that dynamic to this offense, to this field.
And there's Luck's dad, Oliver.
My son.
Oliver Luck.
Yeah. Archie Manning shot, not required there. Then Manning to Eric Decker, who's reaching for the pylon, but they call it incomplete.
This should have been a touchdown.
You got to fix that.
Yeah, this should have been a touchdown.
Well, they just call it an incomplete pass, not even no touchdown,
That's
just
crazy.
fully incomplete.
He's reaching for the pylon, touch the pylon, is over.
Right. You got to fix that. Rules committee, let's get that right.
All right, so now 3rd and goal. Peyton, 2 plays later. They're going to have to settle for a field goal.
Doug Dynasty.
So Denver down 16 at that point. Later on in the 4th, Denver now down 19. Manning to Decker.
Great play by Decker, because that was a duck.
49 yards on that pitch and catch. So 1st and 10 at the Colts 31. 2 plays later, here's your duck. Manning to Demaryius Thomas. Go get it, big fella.
That was a great play by Demaryius.
They would not convert on the 2-point conversion, so they're down 13. Next Colts possession, Trent Richardson, who just hasn't gotten it right with the Colts yet. He ends up fumbling in that dog pile. Denver recovers. Take another look.
It's a good strip, man.
Yeah, but you can't put it on the ground here. Go down. There's no yards out there to be gained at that point.
So John Fox is loving life. Now 4th and 1. Manning to Wes Welker for a gain of 2. They're moving the chains, though. Fresh set of downs. 4 plays later, you hand it to Noshawn Moreno, his NFL best 8th rushing touchdown this year. And look who's back in business. The Denver Broncos, down 19 at one point in the 4th quarter. They are down just 6 after the PAT. So what do the Colts do here on 3rd and 1? Luck stays alive but can't complete it with Reggie Wayne. The bad news is the drive stalls. The terrible news, the future Hall of Famer injures his knee on the play. Luck cannot believe that he missed the throw, but as you see, Wayne catches his leg in the turf. He could not even be consoled on the sidelines. Marvin Harrison, his former teammate, watches as 87 limps gingerly to the locker room. So the Broncos now back in business. Down 6. Manning, first play. Eric Walden hits his arm, and it's picked off by Hadanger. There was a penalty. but actually it was called off. No holding on Denver, so the Colts get the ball back. 3rd and 13. Luck, I don't know what he's doing here.
Got to eat that. He just got to run out of bounds with that.
So
Stay in bounds, just fall
set up
down.
a Vinatieri field goal and now a 9-point lead. So here come the Broncos, 3rd and 17 from their own 9. Manning to Wes Welker, who turns around, somehow grabs that for
Great
24.
catch.
Then 3 plays later, Manning from the Colts 27 to Welker down the left side, and he's got it for 25. He cannot quite get in, though. That was a huge tackle because the next play, Ronnie Hillman trying to punch it in. Instead, he has the ball punched loose, and Indy has recovered.
Come on, Ronnie. You can't put the church money on the floor.
You want to get a judge?
Where are you from? I don't know.
I have no idea.
San Diego. Let's keep it that way.
So the Colts' next possession, 2nd and 8. Luck to Havili, and that's incomplete, but there's a flag on the play. Roughing the passer as Kevin Vickerson got into Luck.
When?
Right there.
He bumped him with his stomach.
That's good acting gig, isn't
You
it?
got to be kidding me, man.
Yeah.
It's flopping in football.
That's horrible.
What?
He stomach bumped him.
So Denver, once again, down 9. Manning sacked. Clock continues to run. So here comes the field goal team, and Prater would kick a field goal with 17 ticks left. But the onside kick, the Colts end up getting it. And the 17-game regular season winning streak is over. As Luck bests Manning, 39-33 your final for the Indianapolis Colts. However, he was flown by the Ursays down to be the team captain out there for the coin toss, which, of course, the Colts won, thanks to Reggie Wayne. Case Keenum in his 2nd NFL start. I got to tell you,
on fire.
The man looked good early. Andre Johnson, no touchdown catches this year, but Michael, something happened to him.
Boy, that right there, that play right there, the 7 pump, he was wide open. Andre, no touchdowns coming into this thing, quite a few tonight.
Maybe, Prime, you could explain what happened to Vontae Davis?
Double move. I mean, whenever you see somebody with that much separation, it had to be a double move. And he sold the out really well. Great route by Andre.
62 yards on that touch, and the special teams for the Texans, very special. Adam Vinatieri swatted away by J.J. Swat.
That was a great job by J.J. Watts getting in. And look at this right here. Actually, the guy didn't touch that punt. That should have been a penalty. I don't know how he missed that ball.
How you block the leg and not the ball?
Yeah,
I don't know.
no penalty called on that on the punt by Pat McAfee. Next Texans possession, Keenum to wait. I thought he had no touchdowns coming into this game.
Well, listen, Case Keenum, man, his ability to buy time for this offensive line, it's working remarkable. And Andre Johnson getting to the 2nd level, catching the ball, it's a spark for this team.
After a Colts field goal, Keyshawn Martin, he's got room, and then he coughs it up. Levon Brazil recovers it. It was stripped by him. The Colts appear to recover, and the refs say they do. However, every turnover is reviewed, and look, they say that Brazil might have been out of bounds when he touched it, and so it goes back to Houston. Now, that's huge because of this. Keenum to Johnson for 30 yards, and Matt Schaub.
Whenever you see that type of separation, please understand it was a double move.
Now, Matt Schaub looking for the nearest mover. Then 3 plays later, Keenum. I'll run it myself. 22 yards. The kid's athletic, too.
Yeah, that makes him very dangerous right there. You need to have mobility in this league.
And then it's Johnson again. 7 catches, $190, and 3 scores in the first half. Then 190. Best all season of the NFL in the first half.
Wow. Just didn't know how he made that play right there.
Now, so where's Wayne? Well, he's limping back to the locker room after that torn ACL. So maybe it's T.Y. Hilton, the new guy on 3rd and 4?
And I'm talking about this T.Y. that's just not like him. He's a guy who catches the ball, but filling into that role when you got to play in a slot, things are a little bit different.
And that's the same old Darius Hayward-Bay on that.
Early on, though, this was Andrew Luck also just being a little rattled, not being safe, comfortable. He had to settle down, and he seemed to have settled down in that second half and really played well.
3rd quarter down 24-6. Luck looking for Brazil, but it's incomplete. However, Darryl Sharpton
Chris
Gets called for roughing the passer.
Collinsworth did a great job explaining why that was a difficult rule. You can't hit the quarterback when he's up in the air trying to throw the ball and out of bounds, and that led to that touchdown right there.
By T.Y. Hilton from 10 yards out, they'd miss on the two-point conversion, so the Colts are still down a dozen. On to the fourth. Randy Bullock, boy, a tough night for this youngster. From 43 yards out, it's his second miss of the night.
I can guarantee you the Texans are going to have kickers in tomorrow.
They find him in the night.
So Chuck Pagano's like, hey, guys, we are in this thing. Luck, 2nd and 1 for T.Y. Hilton. That's as pretty as you'll see.
If he's even, he's leaving.
Jokes got sucked up on that, man.
He just didn't respect that T.Y.
That's what he runs. You watch film, he runs 9s all day long.
Next Texans possession, Keenum to Johnson. However, yeah, the Colts are saying he bobbled it. The ref said he caught it. Chuck Pagano, however, throwing the challenge flag, and it would be reversed, so the Texans would have to punt. Next Colts possession, Luck to Hilton for the touchdown, and look who's got the lead.
T.Y. What?
You got to go for 2 since you're only up 1 with 4 minutes to go.
Okay.
Luck to Kobe Fleener.
That throw right there, that's called maturing in the game. You have to make that throw unbelievable.
And so the Texans behind Keenum, looking for Garrett Graham. That gets knocked away. And so the Texans would punt with just over 2 minutes to go. Still had 2 timeouts, though. Now the Colts, 3rd and 11 from their own 14. What does Luck do? Hands it to Donald Brown for 1 yard.
Smart.
So they run the clock down, under a minute to go. Keenum's got it. At midfield, Keenum to Andre Johnson. That's a first down. You got to get up there.
Smart on
Spikes the ball with 5 seconds
there.
left. And now Randy Bullock.
Randy
laces out. Ray Finkel.
Randy Bullock aimed for the wrong goal.
1 for 4 on the day was Bullock. And how about Andrew Luck? His 10th career game-winning drive. That's the most ever for a quarterback in his first 2 years in the NFL.
Rams and the Colts. Unluckily for Andrew Luck, this game was on national television. Colts and the Rams Veterans Day weekend. Colts opening drive, 3rd and 3 at the Rams 42. Luck drops back, stripped by Robert Quinn. Chris Long recovers it, 45 yards for a touchdown. Rams lead 7-0. Chris Long's first career touchdown. Howie Long never scored a TD his entire NFL career. Second quarter, 3rd and 3 at the 47. Robert Quinn gets to Luck again, 2nd sack of the day. Luck couldn't get anything going on, but one guy who did, Tavon Austin, 8th overall pick out of West Virginia, has been quiet this season, but a day to remember. Rams leading 14-zip, 4th down. Colts lining up to punt. Watch Austin. Incredibly risky play, but it turns out good. One of those plays where Jeff Fisher says, no, go. Austin all the way down the sideline, a 98-yard return for a touchdown. Rams lead 21-zip, 2nd longest punt return in Rams history. Next Rams possession, Kellen Clemens. Tavon Austin wide open for a touchdown. Rams up 28-0. Rams 3rd play of the second half, 3rd and 9 at the 19. Clemens hits Austin at the 25, and there he goes. Splits the defense. This is like one of those Tecmo Bowl runs when Jerry Rice was unstoppable. 35-0 Austin, 2 catches, 138 yards, 2 touchdowns, also had a punt return score. 3rd quarter, Colts driving, 3rd and 5 at the Rams 9. Luck looking for Hayday, instead picked off by Tremaine Johnson. Luck frustrated all day, 353, 3 interceptions and a fumbled loss. Rams win it, 38-8.
Right off the bat, something that Andrew Luck and the Colts have been saying all week that they had to avoid. They had to start off fast. Ryan Fitzpatrick coming out of the smoke in place of Jake Locker was the one who came out fast because Chris Johnson was running as fast as we've seen him run all year. LaDainian Tomlinson, look at this.
It is on to the end zone for Chris Johnson. That's speed.
A 30-yard scamper to the end zone for a touchdown run, and then he equals the number of touchdown runs that he's had all season long later in the first quarter, Steve.
They made a concerted effort to establish the ground game, especially with Chris Johnson, and that offensive line got a lot of push early downs. Take a look at this.
And then Chris Johnson put this team up as he was trucking people to the end zone and then mystifyingly got the ball only 4 times in the second half of this game.
It's been the story of the season.
Second quarter with the Colts down by 2 touchdowns. And Eric Walden rips off Delaney Walker's helmet and then headbutts him and somehow stays in the game.
Commissioner you will be hearing from the commissioner on that.
It was 3 personal foul calls on the Colts defense on that sequence, but Tennessee could only get a field goal out of it, led 17-6 at the half. In the second half, the first possession of the half, marching all the way down the field, and Donald Brown on the toss gets it in the end zone for the first touchdown of the night of the Colts, and it's a 17-13 game. And why do we show the ensuing kickoff?
It's a big player of boo-boo, and this actually, he runs into his own man.
Devin Wiley with a sort of a butt fumble situation on the ensuing kickoff. Dan Herron recovers, and then 2 plays later, Andrew Luck making a play, faking it, and picking him up and putting him down.
He's a real athlete. I'm telling you, man, this kid here, he plays well with his arm, but he also has the ability to beat you with his legs.
It was the pump fake to Griff Whalen and then in the end zone, LT.
And I said before the game that he would have to use his legs today, and he did that.
4th rushing touchdown of the season, as many as Chris Johnson. 4th quarter now, the Titans have the ball, and the reaction of the lady in number 10 jersey is the classic right there.
Embarrassed.
23-20 is the score. It's a 1 field goal game as Kendall Wright comes up just shy of the first down marker. Andrew Luck gets the ball back, and Donald Brown is the one who runs the air out of it until Luck can find Colby Fleener on 2nd 11 for a first down.
Shouldn't go out of bounds right there. We wonder which guy would stand up, and Colby Fleener did just that tonight.
And Donald Brown slips and comes up with a second down run. As you can see, Ayers hits Luck, however, after handing the ball off. That's not even close to the mesh point.
Yeah, that's
15-yard penalty, and Mike Munchak is running out of timeouts and running out of time, and certainly it didn't look good when Donald Brown was running into the end zone.
Yeah, this is called a 4-minute drill, and they got in a bunch set and a little unbalanced and overload, and they played smash mouth with 1 play action pass and drove it right down their throats.
Ryan Fitzpatrick did a fine job marching it down the field with no timeouts remaining to make it just a 3-point game, but the onside kick went Indianapolis's way, and despite falling down by 2 touchdowns, once again being outscored 66-6 in the first half of the last 3 games, the Colts have won 2 of those 3 somehow, and now have a 3-game lead in the AFC South through 11 weeks of this season.
Cardinals trying to improve to 7-4 as well, taking on the Colts. Bruce Arians, he won Coach of the Year honors, going 9-3 last year when Chuck Pagano was ill. Meeting each other, and boy, the Colts had no answer for Larry Fitzgerald early on. Carson Palmer to Fitz, who gave the Colts fits on this day. 7-zip Arizona, then on in the second. Palmer to Larry Fitzgerald. You know, we forget about this guy a little bit.
Nice double move, nice corner route. Set him up by taking the inside. Great throw and catch.
This one was over early. If it had been a fight, it would have been stopped. Now 3rd and 13 later on in the second quarter. Palmer to Fitzgerald. That's over 11,000 receiving yards for this man.
Wow.
Keep that ball.
We'll see you in camp one
Youngest. He's the youngest to reach that number.
That ain't bad at 30 years and 85 days old. Randy Moss was the previous youngest. All right, in the meantime, Colts had their chances, right? We could bet. No, can't make that play. Almost picked off by Vontae Davis. And then Antoine Bethea.
It's a different team without Reggie Wayne.
Yep.
Well, the Colts on offense, definitely, because Carlos Dansby says, I'll just take that and run it back. That's his first touchdown since the one that ended that Green Bay playoff game 2 years ago. Remember that?
That's a good fun fact.
40-11.
Wow.
The final.
40 burger.
Is it possible that a guy like Bruce Arians can win Coach of the Year?
To the AFC South, the Titans and the Colts. Chuck Pagano, 8-0 following a loss. That was a huge loss last week against Arizona. The Titans have lost 5 straight at Indy. How would Andrew Luck do today? One thing we know, he's really missing Reggie Wayne, as expected.
Offensive line he's missing also.
Missing a lot there. Sacked by Cameron Wimbley, Derek Morgan. Fumbles for the second time, this time Jarrell Casey on the sack for the
Casey's
Titans.
having a monster year. He might be up to 8 or 9 sacks on the year.
So we have that. We know Andrew Luck is struggling in the pocket. Third quarter, Titans ball trailing 12-7. Going forward on 4th and goal. Ryan Fitzpatrick, play action. Little jump pass.
Nice. Yeah. CJ2K needed that. He's on my fantasy team.
Titans on top 14-12. Colts back with the football. 3rd down and 15. You got a play call on 3rd and 15? We've seen this before. Andrew Luck goes down. For the 5th time he is sacked and the Colts forced to punt.
Yeah, different quarterback when you can't be protected.
Still 14-12. Another 3rd down situation. 3rd and 6. And the Colts getting in on the sack game there. Robert Mathis drops him. And fumble recovered by Jarrell Freeman.
That's like his 45th, just building on his career record. Strip sacks.
Yes.
Amazing.
One of the best.
Colts take over on the Titans, 32. Could move the ball, but Adam Vinatieri can do this right down the middle. 49-yard field goal, and the Colts lead 15-14. That's Vinatieri's 5th field goal of the day. Now it's 3rd down and 4. Fitzpatrick picked off by Cassius Vaughn. Colts defense coming through, and we'll see what the Colts offense can do as Ryan Fitzpatrick regroups on the sideline. 2nd down and 4. Luck to a wide open Darius Hayward-Bay. That's easy.
Oh, don't start doing this. Hayward-Bay.
First time guy gets open, you got to catch
Hayward-Bay.
So almost like he was surprised.
That was, we all know that was a knock on him coming out.
Couldn't catch. They read you
fast as lightning.
Yeah.
Can't catch a cold.
4th quarter. Colts ball leading 15-14. Now it's 3rd down and 2. Let Andrew Luck keep it himself.
Do it yourself, man. Do it yourself, kid.
You like to see that.
24
like
yards.
That. Keep the offense going.
Stays in bounds. As well, 5 plays later, he hands it off to Donald Brown. Touchdown, Indy. First touchdown of the day for those Indianapolis Colts. Was not easy, but the Colts pull away late to win, and Ryan Fitzpatrick can only watch. It's 22-14 Indy. You look at the AFC South now. The Colts with a 3-game lead over the Tennessee Titans.
Congratulations to the Colts. I mean, it's just hard watching them play offense. I feel bad for Andrew Luck because, when you don't have that frontline weapon to actually work with, he's really struggling, turning the ball over some. He's been under duress. The offensive line not doing a great job. So, let's give the defense some credit for a great job today.
Colts, Bengals from Cincinnati. The Colts can clinch the AFC South with a win or a Titans loss. Marvin Lewis' team also leading his division, that is the AFC North. We had the good Andy Dalton today, Heath.
Yes, we did.
He was real good. There's
and
AJ
the always
Green.
good A.J. Green.
Right, he's good every single time out. Hey, Andy Dalton's got some weapons on offense now. Running back, wide receiver, tight end. There's the young Marvin Jones, 29-yard touch. 10-play, 83-yard drive, and Cincy on top 7-0. 4th down and 1. Cincinnati goes for it. It looks like Ben Jarvis Green Ellis is down. In fact, he was ruled down at the 1-yard line, but the play under review. Jeff Triplett going to reverse this call and call it a touchdown. Josh Chapman appears to make contact with Green Ellis's foot, forcing him down by contact. That's the part of the play that's disputed, but once again, the call reversed. It's called a touchdown. And the Bengals go up 14-0 heading into halftime. Cincinnati offense good on a number of levels today, including 3rd down, where they converted 50% of the time. 3rd down and 5, Dalton to Green, 22.
Yeah, you like 50% on 3rd down. Those are winning numbers.
7 plays later, 1st and goal. There's Ben Jarvis Green Ellis. There's another Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals on top 21-0.
Yeah, this Indy defense hasn't been what it was early in the season.
3rd down and 5 to Rick Rogers, breaking tackles and then sprinting. 69 yards for Indy's first touchdown of the afternoon, and the Colts cut that lead to 21-7.
That was a Reggie Wayne type play there. Break a tackle and hit the races.
They need a number of receivers to step up and take his place. Their play action now. Indy's next possession. Andrew Luck in trouble, but we always got to point out this guy can run. It seems like 1 or 2 highlights every single Sunday.
Well, you see the high step out of the pocket, breaking free for some tackles from the D-line.
Looks comfortable out there running the ball.
Kid can move.
Picks up 29. Here's what he does best, though, throwing the ball to Levon Brazil, breaking tackles.
Gosh, Paul, was that 6 count on there? 6 different defenders left grabbing air?
How do you think Mike Zimmer, defensive coordinator, felt on the sideline
Not
there?
happy.
21-14, 3rd down and 2. More third down success. Giovanni Bernard.
Giovanni Bernard, you see the stiff arm? I like it.
21 yards, setting up. Play action, Jermaine Gresham wide open.
Tight ends always get those easy touchdown catches.
Right?
You know?
Down near the goal line.
What, the guy within 4 yards of him.
Doubling up on the Colts once again, this time 28-14. 4th quarter now, still 28-14. More third down and more success. Marvin Jones.
That was a pretty ball there, Paul. Pretty ball.
Nice job of Jones going up and getting it a couple of plays later. There's A.J. Green.
It's not fair.
Listen, to have that guy out wide, that's
Jones 6'3" and can jump out of the gym.
That was his 3rd touchdown of the game. Andrew Luck not done. There's Brazil, 29-yard score. The Colts won't go away, cutting that lead to 35-21. But the Bengals would put them away. Andy Dalton already with 3 touchdown tosses, going to pick up a touchdown run.
Showing he's got little wheels too. Andrew Luck's not the only quarterback in the game that can get it done on the ground.
Bengals win 42-28. They continue to lead that AFC North at 9-4, and the Colts have lost 2 out of 3. Only 3-3 since Reggie Wayne out of the lineup with the torn ACL.
Texans and the Colts. Marshall Faulk placed in the Colts Ring of Honor alongside Eric Dickerson and enjoying a nice little snack. Wade Phillips' first game after firing head coach Gary Kubiak. Actually, he didn't fire Gary Kubiak. The Texans did, and he's the interim head coach. Andrew Luck hasn't lost back-to-back games as a Colt so far in his career. Colts opening drive, 1st and 10. Luck looking for Griff Whalen in the end zone for the touchdown. Whalen, Luck's former college teammate. He's got Whalen, he's got Fleener, he's got everybody. Colts had no first-half touchdown since Week 7 against the Broncos. 2nd quarter, 2nd and 8. It's T.Y. Hilton, 41 yards. He has been largely invisible the last few weeks, but Hilton makes a big catch there. 2 plays later, it's 2nd and 9. Luck looking for Trent Richardson. The shovel pass, and Richardson's in the end zone for a touchdown. Yes, Trent Richardson scored a touchdown. It was trending on Twitter for like 5 hours after it happened. Colts lead 17-3. Luck threw for 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. What about Case Keenum? 0-7 in his first 7 starts, the worst by an undrafted player in NFL history. First possession, 2nd quarter. Keenum rolls out to his left. Late throw to Andre Johnson, picked off by Darius Butler. That would lead to a Colts field goal. 2 possessions later, 2nd and 7 at the Colts 47. Keenum looking for Andre Johnson. Why not? Except this time, Butler says, yeah, I've seen this movie before. Colts lead 20-3 at the half. Nothing going on for the Houston Texans. 3rd quarter, Texans ball, same score. 2nd and 7 from their own 23-yard line. Keenum going to look for DeAndre Hopkins. Nearly intercepted by Butler again. Almost a trifecta. That would lead to a 3-and-out. Keenum threw for 168 yards, a couple of touchdowns, and a fumble. Later in the 3rd quarter, Texans ball trailing 23-3. Keenum drops back, sacked, stripped by Robert Mathis, recovered by Texans' Dwayne Brown for a safety. The sack breaks the franchise record for most sacks in a season with 16.5, previously held by Dwight Freeney. Colts win it by the final of 25-3. Colts and the Chiefs. Andrew Luck in Indianapolis, 3-3 in their last 6 games after a 6-2 start. Andy Reid needs a win to stay in the AFC West title hunt. Opening Chiefs drive, Jamal Charles, he's not going to do this again, is he? He's not going to do this again. Yes, he is. 31-yard touchdown for Jamal Charles. He's got 6 touchdowns in the last 5 quarters, and here you go, young fan. Congratulations. Have a ball. 2nd quarter, Chiefs ball leading 7-3. Niall Davis, hit by Robert Mathis, coughs it up, recovered by Corey Redding. 2 plays later, the opportunistic Colts, 2nd and 10 from the Chiefs' 31-yard line. This is where you go to Donald Brown. Donald Brown, the catch and run, 33 yards. Donald Brown is in the end zone for a touchdown. Colts take a 10-7 lead. They would lead 13-7 at the half. 3rd quarter now, Chiefs ball, same score, 3rd and 16 from their own 44-yard line. Alex Smith gets intercepted by Jarrell Freeman, and that just came out. It's like and a hit. Wow. Robert Mathis pressure on the play. Alex Smith's ball just pops up out of his hand. So now the Colts take over. 3 plays later, 1st and 10 from their own 49. It's Donald Brown. And Donald Brown breaks tackle after tackle. How did UConn lose a game with this guy? 51 yards into the end zone. Colts go up 20-7. Second time scoring a touchdown off a Chiefs turnover. How about the Colts defense? A great job containing a Kansas City offense averaging 50 points the last 2 games. Third quarter, Alex Smith gets sacked. Later on in the third quarter, 3rd and 2 at the Colts' 38-yard line. Alex Smith sacked again, this time by Corey Redding. Smith was sacked 4 times in the game, fourth quarter. Chiefs trailing 23-7. Driving, though, their chance to finally get back in it maybe a little bit. Smith looking for Anthony Fasano, except Jarrell Freeman comes up with the athletic interception. 2 picks on the day by Alex Smith, both by Freeman. Colts force 5 turnovers on the day. So now later in the fourth quarter, Chiefs ball still trailing 23-7. Jarrell Freeman sacks Alex Smith, forces a fumble. Recovered by the Colts. They go on to win it 23-7. Andrew Luck, a pedestrian day, but he was not needed. 241 yards and a touchdown. Colts improved to 10-5, winning it 23-7. Jaguars and the Colts. Colts playoff bound. Jaguars, not so much. First quarter, Jaguars opening possession. 2nd and 9, their own 36. Maurice Jones-Drew runs right. Hit by Jarrell Freeman. Fumbles. Ball recovered by Darius Butler at the Jaguars' 42. Butler's been Johnny on the spot all season long. Colts ball. MJD had gone 29 straight games without a fumble before this one. Colts ensuing possession. Andrew Luck, T.Y. Hilton gets an 8-yard gain. 2 plays later, 2nd and goal at the 1. It's Donald Brown doing the University of Connecticut proud, getting into the end zone. Colts take the 7-0 lead. MJD says, yeah, it's kind of on me. Ensuing Jaguars possession, they line up to punt. Griff Whalen returns the punt, takes it 5 yards, and is tackled by Leroy Reynolds. Reynolds made the tackle without his helmet. Watch again. Charges downfield, no helmet on. I'm going to still make this tackle. And he does it. That's really, really dangerous. Colts ensuing possession. Still leading 7-0. 2nd and 5, the Jags 49. Luck deep to Kobe Fleener. Makes the grab in traffic. 25-yard gain. Luck driving the Colts downfield. 5 plays later, 4th and goal at the 2. They go for it. And Trent Richardson trying to make up for a disappointing season with 2 mediocre final games. And there he is in the end zone. Colts extend the lead to 14-0. Richardson is fired up. Second quarter, Jaguars ball still trailing 17-3. 1st and 10, their own 31. Chad Henne looking for Mike Brown deep, but instead it's picked off. Antoine Bethea takes it 46 yards the other way, all the way to the Jaguars 39. The ball just floated down. He was playing center field. Colts would settle for a 26-yard field goal. They would lead 20-3 at the half. Third quarter, Colts opening drive now, same score. 1st and goal, the Jaguars 7. Griff Whalen has now become a guy that Andy Luck looks to. And Griff Whalen comes through. 7 yards into the end zone for the touchdown. The Colts extend their lead to 27-3. Fourth quarter, Jaguars ball, still trailing 27-3. This means you're going to see a good play by Robert Mathis. I'm just thinking. And there he is, taken down by a loss of 9 yards. Mathis leads the NFL, 19.5 sacks this season. Colts would go on to win it by the final score of 30-10. Luck, 282 and a touchdown in the win.
This is how things went down in Indianapolis. It was Andrew Luck and the Colts at home feeling good. The Chiefs have lost 7 straight since the conference championship game in 1994. Jamal Charles, he was the guy that the Colts knew they needed to stop. What a year it has been for him. He led the team in receiving yards and rushing yards this season. Jamal Charles going right for a 7-yard gain, but he's hurt on the play. Take another look at how hard he goes to the ground here. It wasn't necessarily a hit. I think it was him hitting the ground.
Yeah, you're hit. People keep forgetting about how hard the ground is, and clearly you see right here the doctors checking him out, recognizing he's not there, and unfortunately you watch his remarks. They're not happy about leaving the game.
One of the most dangerous weapons in football, knocked out of the game with a concussion. Didn't stop him from scoring on the drive. Alex Smith to Dwayne Bowe for the touchdown, so the Chiefs up 7-0 early. Next drive of the game, we're tied at 7. It's 2nd and 6. Smith to Dwayne Bowe. Did Dwayne Bowe have a game today? Will, you said earlier in the week this guy needed to step up, and step up he did. That's good for 63 yards.
Yeah, he got my disappearing act award of the year, but in the playoff game is where you need to step up, especially some of your best players. And he came in and he made some plays to help his team win.
And remember, they scored a field goal on that drive and not the touchdown.
Yeah.
Well, here's Smith going deep to Donnie Avery. We don't see him go deep very often, but this time, 79-yard touchdown, and the Chiefs up 17-7. What happens here, guys? Because this looked way easier, I think, than it was supposed to be if you're a Indianapolis Colts.
Well, the safety bit up. What you're going to see right here, Avery, the safety, you see him right there. There's no reason to bite on that.
He's looking in the backfield while his player is still running. The one thing you can't do is lose sight on the guy you're covering. His eyes are in the backfield. His receiver runs right by him. It was a simple post route.
You know what else you can't do? You can't try to switch hands in traffic if you're Trent Richardson. His first career play carry in the playoffs, and he fumbles it there. Justin Houston.
I think it was his last.
It was his last.
Yeah.
Well, this is huge, right? As a running back, you can't switch balls.
No question about it. I mean, you have to understand where you are on the field, and and again, understand this is the playoffs.
All right, so here come Alex Smith and the Chiefs. Little shovel pass to Anthony Sherman, unconventional, but it works for the 5-yard touchdown catch. The Chiefs up 24-7. That was nifty.
And Dan, that's one of those plays we talked about Alex Smith in the first half, making things happen.
Yep.
Well, here comes Smith again, and we know he can get it done with his feet as well. They're up 24-10. That was a 3rd down conversion 6 plays later. Smith to Dexter McCluster for a pickup of 19. I'd like to see them use him more.
Well, and that's the whole thing. I was surprised that he actually didn't end up going doing some running back duty when all the running backs started to go down for the Chiefs.
Here's Smith again, nothing going, so he waits and then cuts up the middle.
Nice move.
Picks up the 1st down on 3rd and 7. 4 plays later, it's 1st and goal. Niall Davis, who was filling in for Jamal Charles, scores the touchdown from 4 yards out, and the Chiefs on top, 31-10. Oh, my goodness. Andrew Luck wondering what's going on. But here come the Colts, or so they thought. Ill-advised pass from Andrew Luck, picked off by Brandon Flowers. The Chiefs up 31-10 at halftime. Indianapolis turned the ball over twice in the first half. Andrew Luck knew that he just was not playing his best game of the season. So 3rd quarter, Colts still down 31-10. Andrew Luck looking for Donald Brown. Hussein Abdullah steps in front of it, and the Chiefs take it over at the Colts 18. And this is the point when we thought this is over.
Yeah, it's a wrap. And that's the thing about it. With the turnovers and the mistakes that were being made, did you put 7 on the board? Sometimes they did, sometimes they didn't.
Luck's 2nd interception of the day. So here come the Chiefs again. Smith avoids the pressure, finds a wide open Niall Davis, his 2nd touchdown of the game. It's a 28-point lead now for the Chiefs, Willie.
One of the things we saw all game long was DBs losing coverage because they're worried about the quarterback taking off running.
Well, there's Robert Mathis. This might have been the turning point.
That was the play.
That was the turning point.
That was absolutely was.
Almost 28, 21 points, unanswered points scored after that play.
Well, strip sack, and Andrew Luck hits Donald Brown. Brown squirts into the end zone. So
I like Brown.
38-24. He's played some great football since they acquired Trent Richardson.
Another player going down. You see right there, Flowers. He ends up going out of the game.
Brandon Flowers, one of several Chiefs who left the game with injuries. Another interception from Andrew Luck. It's Abdullah again, just kind of steals the ball right there from T.Y. Hilton.
It was a bad throw by Luck. He threw it behind the receiver.
But he reminds me of a cornerback, though. You know, cornerback gives up a touchdown, forgets about it, and continue to make plays with his leg. That play you see right there, keeping plays alive, allowing his guys to get open. Several times throughout this game, Andrew Luck buying that time a la Aaron Rodgers, and you saw what happened.
Yeah, that was Levon Brazil, and this is Kobe Fleener. Had a drop or two of them earlier in the game. Doesn't drop this one. So the Colts making it a 10-point game. It's 41-31. In the 4th quarter, Chiefs have the ball. Alex Smith looking deep for Cyrus Gray.
That was the play.
You said it.
I told you back when it happened. That's the play that come back to bite him, and that's exactly what happened.
They didn't have many punts in this game, but they would have to punt on that drive. So here comes Andrew Luck and the Colts to T.Y. Hilton for 16.
Buying himself time.
It's so tough to gauge a quarterback like him because he runs around, he can take off and beat you for 15 yards like this right here, what we're seeing. Or if you bite up on him, the receiver uncovers and he hits the receiver because he's good enough to throw it on a run.
I don't care how good you are, you can't plan for this.
Well, no, you can. It's what? Pure luck. That's exactly what it
Pure
was.
luck, Dan. You didn't know that?
But and I'm going to be honest with you, I believe there are players who have magic. I believe this young man has magic. And I'm not saying a magician, but I'm saying there are just things that good continue to happen to players like this.
Football instincts. He's always aware. He's always paying attention.
Go back to Aaron Rodgers last week in the playoff. You know, that ball that he tells his boy Ken to go in for a touchdown. Right. They just have it.
Well, it's a 3-point ball game at this juncture, and here's Smith to A.J. Jenkins, who picks up 27 yards. The Chiefs settle on a 43-yard Ryan Suckup field goal, so that makes it 38-44. On the ensuing drive, Justin Houston injured on the sideline. That's not good. Luck here trying to take advantage of that situation. Deep to T.Y. Hilton for 64 yards.
How does this happen?
How do you get behind the defense here, Willie?
I don't understand.
Well, you're fast, number one.
He's fast, but I understand. This is the number one threat in the game. You do not let T.Y. Hilton get behind you. I don't care who else gets behind you. It's not T.Y. Hilton.
Yeah, gets right past
Kendrick
Kendrick Lewis. Maybe expected some help there. Wow.
I'm going to ride him. I'm going to ride him all the way into the coverage till I see my help come across.
Well, first of all, the safety still shouldn't have been there.
So the Colts up by 1 at this point. Alex Smith is pressured. He throws the ball away. Don't celebrate too early. That's what we were saying here. There's still some time. 2 plays later, just after the 2-minute warning, Smith deep to Dwayne Bowe. And this was a great pass.
That was a nice pass. It's tough for Dwayne Bowe to come in bounds. Duke's thinking he probably could.
No, the thing about it, you have to stay in bounds.
Right.
You just have to, you have to know where you are in the moment. This is the last play of the game.
I get it, but let's give the quarterback some credit. They're taught to ride, get on your hip, and press you towards that sideline.
45-44 the final. The Colts beat the Kansas City Chiefs. They were down 28 points in this game and rally despite 3 interceptions from Andrew Luck. The guy was like a golfer, unconscious in this win.
And we begin in Foxborough. Heavy rains expected, although the weather wasn't too bad. Almost 60 degrees at kick. Tom Brady looking for a 3rd straight berth in the AFC title game. Andrew Luck, last year up in Foxborough, they lost 59-24. He threw a pair of pick sixes. 3rd play of the game, looking for Levon Brazil, but it's Alfonso Denner.
The way you start the game, anticipating the route, jumping it, almost getting it to the house. Great play.
We thought it was another pick 6, but upon further review, he stepped out inside the 2-yard line. LeGarrette Blount, first of many touchdowns for him, took it in from there on the next play. Next Pats possession, 3rd and 3, Brady to Danny Amendola for a gain of 16. Brady, the first passer with 6,000 playoff yards. 2 plays later, LT, it's LeGarrette Blount. What does he do so well?
Well, he gets down into the hole really fast, and no one wants to hit him.
Midway through the first quarter, it's 14-zip. But last week, the Colts were down 4 touchdowns in the second half against Kansas City. What do they care? Well, here comes Indy. Luck to Levon Brazil. This one works out better. 38 yards on the pitch and catch. Luck 20 of 41 for 331 and a pair of scores. And look at the touch on this one.
The pass was there. The coverage was there. Great concentration. Great ball placement. Good play all the way around.
All right, 14-7 New England in the second. Brady looking for his 100-catch man, Julian Edelman. What a year he had, LT.
Yes, had a great year. This guy really made them forget about Wes Welker. Played great all year.
6 grabs for 84 yards. And 7 plays later, let's see. LeGarrette Blount once. LeGarrette Blount twice.
LeGarrette Blount 3 times a lane.
He's in. And it's 21-7 at that point. Now it's 21-10, and here's the wacky play of the game. Uh-oh, too high for the rookie punter Ryan Allen, who picks it up. Just fall on it, kid.
Get out of the end zone, man.
Don't do it. What are you doing?
NFL.
Panic. One thing about pressure, it'll bust a pipe.
Yeah. It gets knocked away by Jarris Pendleton as you get one more look. It's ruled a safety on the field. And to add injury to insult, Allen, he did the free kick next, but he was then done for the night.
He got hit.
So Andrew Luck's celebrating because they get the free kick, and now they're driving with under 2 minutes to go. Luck looking for his fullback, Stanley Havili, but, oh, gosh, you just can't miss these opportunities. Dante Hightower with the INT. What happened, LT?
Well, the ball was a little bit behind it, but if you get your hands on the ball, you have to catch it. It bounced off his shoulder, and Hightower, right, he's in the right spot to pick it off.
Pats were up 9 at the break, pick it up in the third quarter. They're up 6. Deep in their own territory, Brady, little play fake.
Nice.
And looking for Danny Amendola for a gain of 53. Brady, for the 6th time this year, held under 200 yards passing, but that got him going into Indy territory.
That play does not work without a viable running game. 6
plays later on 3rd and 8, Brady incomplete to Edelman, but Josh Gordy, you gotta turn around.
You gotta turn around and look back and then make a play on the ball. You just can't face guard the receiver. Look, right here, he misses the jam. Now he's back where he needs to be. Look back the wrong way. He was anticipating the fade stop, back shoulder fade.
So now it's 3rd and goal on the 3. No LeGarrette Blount. Let's give it to Mad Max haircut Stephen Ridley. I guess he's out of the doghouse.
He can run it too down by the goal line. This guy can do it.
Also in on the 2-point conversion, Patriots up 14. But look at these consecutive passes by Luck. First one of 46 to T.Y. Hilton, who was over 100 yards on the night.
Nice.
And then your next play, I mean, he's got velocity, he's got touch, and here he's got a touchdown to Brazil.
Great play action, freezes the backers, throws the safety. Brazil, great route, great throw and catch.
After a 3-play, 80-yard drive, Indy's down just 7, and we know it's wet, and we know that he's looking a little bit like the Geico caveman, but, I mean, look at this. He's like slobbering all over himself. That's playoff football.
There's water in his mouth.
4th quarter, Luck. Here on 2nd and 9, he decides, okay, nobody's open. I'm going to tuck it and run, which he does so well, but did the turf monster get him? No, it was Joe Villano. Take a look at this. In hockey, you get 2 minutes in the penalty box. In soccer, it's probably a yellow card. Here, there's no call.
They don't call that an MMA either.
No call.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
So Luck is a little bummed. He was looking for some sort of call. Next Patriots drive. Look out! Somebody's getting to the 2nd level.
Man, this guy can run, man. To be so big, nice patience, nice move in the hole, finishes the run in the end zone.
2nd longest in playoff history, that of 73 yards. 4 touchdowns is a franchise record. In fact, only Ricky Waters of San Francisco in 1993 had more touchdowns in a single playoff game. That was 5 back then. So who's the holder? It's not the rookie punter Ryan Allen. He's hurt. Who? Tom Brady, who said the last time he held was in the Orange Bowl for Michigan. All right, he said afterward I might renegotiate my contract. Really?
Well, he should.
Not for that. If he's going to renegotiate, it ain't going to be for that. So Luck, looking for Kobe Fleener, and it is picked by Jamie Collins. The rookie had a huge game, guys.
Look quick, man. See how deep he was down the field?
He did a great job all day in coverage. He also put a lot of pressure on Andrew Luck. Nice all-around game for the young player.
New England would pick off Luck a 4th time during the 21-point win. So the Pats are off to their 3rd straight AFC title game.